Okay, welcome to today's session of our training. I'll be using this beautiful African print design for our skirt tutorial, but before then, please like, subscribe, and then don't forget to hit the notification bell so that when we upload new videos you get notified. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. So for this tutorial we are going to be doing a little calculation of allocation. So because it is a skirt and it is an adult skirt, we have the buttons at the back. So the boots will make the back to be wider than that of the front, because if we share it equally, that means we are cheating the back for the front. So we have to share in a way that we are giving more to the boot area so that it will be sitting pretty on the client, to be sitting well on the bum area. So for this tutorial, the hip we are working on is 46. So we are working on 46, and then if you divide 46 by 2, it will give you 23. So we will not be using the 23 directly for front and then back. I will be adding 1 inch to the back and minus 1 inch at the front. So that means it won't be of equal size. This dress is actually going to be a gown. So I want to confirm if the length is enough to give me what I need to join to my waist length. So having confirmed this measurement now, I want to start inputting my circumference measurement. So I'm starting with the waist, which is 10 inches when I divide by 4. Then I mark my hip depth. That's my hip depth of 7.5 inches. So I'm going to put my hip allocation there. So what I get for my hip for the front, it is 11 inches. So I'm using 11 inches for the front. Then I measure my half length. That's your skirt half length or your gown half length. That's slightly above the knee. Let's say 2 inches above the knee. So I mark the circumference there, which is 10 inches as well. So I'll be connecting these 3 points together, starting from the waist at the edge there. I'm sorry, I didn't know that this video didn't really pick what I was doing up there. So I haven't connected to the hip, I connect to the waist, to the half length. I confirm all my measurements and I add allowances to it. So you can add allowance as you wish. Here I use 2.5 inch allowance because I'll be turning it in with lining on the side, and I want to have little ease and then enough allowance of about 1.5 inch in it. So this point I'll just take it down to the length. The waist has been taken, the hip, then the round knee. So I just want to cut this part out. I won't be shaping the lower part of this skirts in this video because it is going to have a design of net at the lower part. So I want to add the net before shaping the lower part of it. But the major part we want to concentrate on is the hip allocation measurement. So now to my back I folded my fabric in such a way that I can have at least 3 inches to 3.5 inches allowance in it. So I'll be placing my front on it. Remember, our hip measurement has been taken, our waist has been taken and all that. So those measurements remain the same for both waist and the knee circumference, but on the hip I will be adding to it. Remember, our boots we had 1 inch to the 23 inches, so which means when we divide the 23 inches plus 1, which is 24, by 2, we are going to have 12. So our back hip is 12 inches while the front hip is 11 inches. So that makes it a bit different. It can be more than that. You can do 1.5 addition and minus of 1.5 depending on the shape of the person wearing it. Some people have more hip than boots, while some people have more boots. So I use 1 inch because this person does not really have much hip, but she has a little bit of boots. Sorry, she doesn't have much boots but have more hip. So now I'm bringing it down. I don't know if we can still see it. I think I use a chalk that really match the yellow in the dress, so I'm so sorry about that. So I place it from the point where I have my 11 inches, that's minus my allowance on the hip side. Then I measure the 12 inch for the hip, and then I'll be connecting this to the center line of the front. Remember the center line. So this will give it a slight curve. So that means the waist is still the same. And then I'll do the same thing to my knee length. I'll connect it slightly to the edge of the front. So it is only the hip that is being added to. You can see. So it's curve, slight curve, like an arc there. So that is the area where the boot will be sitting in. And then I'm going to be adding my zipper allowance. So it is only the zipper allowance that makes the front waist and knee and other points to be different, but every other points are the same except for the hip, which is 12 inches. So I will just connect all these points again. The slight curve, we are going to see this by the time I open it up. By the time I open the back bodies up, you are going to see this clearly. So I just connect all these points, my zipper allowance, my hip, and then I'll be cutting it out. So I'm starting from the side again. Remember I said there is no shaping in it yet. I'm only concentrating on the hip because the tutorial is for you to get how you can achieve your boot area sitting nicely on the body. So I'm going to cut out the zipper allowance area now. You can see as my hand is going, you see that there is a slight curve there. You can see. Then it goes in again. It comes out and goes in again. So our skirt with boot or hip allocation is ready. So you can see that curve. That's the area of the bum bum. I notch my zipper allowance, and then I'm going to come down by 1 inch on the front area. Remember, the length cannot be the same. You need to slant it a little bit. So our skirt is ready. You can go ahead and line it. You can give it a full lining. You can decide to make it a short lining. You can decide not to line it. Depends on what you are doing. So I just mark some chalk on it to indicate the wrong side and the right side of the fabric. So you can see the hip area, sorry, the bum bum area where the zipper is going to enter. You can see the shape. So that is what we want to achieve, so that it is going to accommodate the bum bum. Please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I hope to see you in our next tutorial. Have a wonderful day. Bye.